Hey, Jason Baker here with Rise Real Estate. Sorry, I was daydreaming there. See, today, every day from or Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4, we do a team training. We were doing it at 8:30 in the morning, but it just kind of gets in the way of our phone call. And as human beings, we're prone to complacency, to especially as real estate agents, where we're not forced into some sort of schedule. Being self accountable is obviously very important. I wanted to go over something that I got from my real estate coach, Gordon. The productivity checklist that I'll be going over with my team today. I hope you enjoy it. Number one, are you starting your prospecting on time? So the reason why we got rid of our 8:30 to 9 a.m. Power up is what we called it, and we moved it to 11 to 12, is because sometimes they were running long. I have the heart of a teacher and a trainer, but so we were getting in the way of our prospecting time. So since that's a large part of the transactions that we close every year come from the phone, I'm basically just like getting in the way of that by blabbing my mouth for my team in the morning. So we vanquished that. Just one of those adjustments you have to make. And, 11 to 12 is when we start with the training. Number two, are you taking advantage of peak prospecting times, which are Monday through, obviously the morning routine, but in addition to that, a second round of calls, Monday through Thursday after 6 p.m., Saturday at 9 a.m., or Sundays after 4 p.m. Are you? Number three, are you following our morning brevity checklist? Number four, are you sticking to the scripts? Are you creating your own psychobabble? I don't want to sound scripted. Well, do you want to sound like an idiot? Okay, fantastic. If you learn the scripts, they don't sound like scripts. If you're just reading them because you've never read them before, they do. So that's why we also role play during our training sessions. Are you updating your business tracker daily? So we log into Brevity every day, the calls that we make, how many for sale and FSBO and expires we talk to, which obviously is lots less than just calling through neighborhoods and calling the incoming buyer leads and seller leads that come in hand over fist. The agents get a minimum of 50 of those per month. And their job is to obviously call them, hopefully within 5 minutes of them coming in. Does that always happen? No, but we do the best that we can. And then, since in today's day and age, because rates are so high, it takes 10 tries to land a client, not one or two like before. Everybody bought at 3%. Not everybody buys at 7.5 or 8, right? So you have to call through more or go deeper into that follow-up with that particular client. It's so important. Used to be 1, 2, or 3 calls you could get them. Now it's 10 to 12. And you're like, oh, damn it. Well, the fact of the matter is 0 calluses were ever gotten by a phone call. Never. Okay? Stay in touch with the people. Have you input your 2024 goals into the tracker? How quickly are you following up with your new leads? 5 minutes is key. Are you completely organized with your leads, or do you need some help with that? Are you being as aggressive with your lead follow-up as you should be? That's not rude. That's not pushy. That's not unprofessional. That just means, are you persistent? Are you pre-qualifying your appointments properly, both buyer and seller? I've done extensive training on buyer pre-quals and extensive training on particularly seller pre-quals, which I love. I do not just run over people's houses willy-nilly and start talking. I find out what they want, what their time frame is, what their perceived value of the home is for a seller. Are they prepared to list now if they like what I have to say? I ask lots of powerful questions prior to going over there. Why do I do that? Because I can't get 1 second of my life back, right? I don't run around at the leisure of anybody. I have a very strict schedule. People say, Jason, you must be busy all the time. I'm like, no, I'm not busy all the time. Why? Well, because I use a schedule and I don't waste my time with unmotivated people. Now, I'd like to go have lunch with them or go have supper with them because I love to eat. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to be having any sort of business conversation with someone who's not trying to transact in the next week or two. Okay? Simply not doing that. I guard my time because I love to spend time with my family. I love to spend time hunting. I love to spend time with my team. And I mean, with my team, but God should come before hunting. I just love having time to create other businesses. I love to have time to look for investment properties. All of these kinds of things. I love to look at ranches, admittedly, in the MLS. If you have a great one, let me know. And I love to do that kind of thing. So I leave time. I don't waste a whole lot of my time. I very rarely waste time. So, are you being aggressive with your lead follow up? Are you pre qualifying? Are you following the techniques for working with buyers? We have a very set thing, starting with an LP Mama script, moving into the buyer pre qual, and then moving into a buyer consult, right? And then sometimes a buyer consult is done in the car driving to a listing, but gosh darn it, it gets done. Are you following the techniques for taking listings? Are you doing what is needed to stay positive every day? In a day and age where most markets are down 30 to 40%, most people's incomes are down 30 to 40%. And if you did better than that, congratulations, right? If you hit your goals this year, congratulations. Some of us did. Some of us did better than last year. Why? Usually systems. But anyways, are you doing what? But because most people are down, a lot of people are questioning. The hardest thing right now is doing something different than you did last year. Why? It's a little bit more effort. Why? You got to call them 10 or 12 times versus 1, 2, or 3. Why? Rates. Okay, but why? Like, if we're trying to do the same thing, and then what happens is people start brokerage hopping because they think that some magic software is going to, or some magic lead source or whatever, it's going to magically make them have better work ethic or better systems or everything else. No, if you only know 200 people, if you only know 20 people, it doesn't matter whether you're at broker A or broker B. You only know 20 people. If you're not calling them 20 people or 40 people or 60 or 100 people, or mailing them constantly or emailing them or texting them constantly, it doesn't matter what brokerage you're at. Simply, you're not going to transact with more people if you're not reaching out to them in a valid way, offering value more. So, self-accountability. Are you continually reflecting on your gratitude list? So, how are you staying positive? Are you being kind of the same thing there, really? But are you continually reflecting on your gratitude list? And have you designed your life for 2024 in vivid detail? So we're going to ponder some of these 16 thoughts today in our meeting that starts in 20 minutes. So I hope you like some of those. Hope that's helpful to you. And if not, as always, there's a few of you out there. Of course, you only yell at me once because you unsubscribe. But if you hate these tradings and you think I'm some kind of an asshole, just delete them. Fair enough. Don't yell at me. I'm not asking you for anything. Haven't asked you for any money yet. Not going to ever ask you. All right. But if you do like them, that makes me super happy. I probably will never know that you like them because you don't tell me. And I'm not looking for praise because I don't need a high level of praise. But I really, genuinely hope you like it. So there you go. And no, I'm not selling a CD after this video. So goodbye. No sales pitch. Have a nice day.